Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Unique Adventures. We are out here this weekend. It is Labor Day weekend. We were once again asleep on these holiday weekends out here in the Pacific Northwest. If you want to go out camping in the prime places, you got to be 9 months in advance. We didn't get our trailer until 9 months ago, actually after that, so we weren't able to make our plans this far out in advance. Plus sometimes, us here, we like to wing it. We like to plan what we can, but we wing it at times. So this weekend we are still going out. We made reservations last week. We found a place. It's a Hipcamp down in Oakville outside of Rochester. We've got some reasons why we're camping down in that area. We are going to go hit South Sound Speedway, go check out some racing. We're going to take you guys along with that, but we got the trailer here. We're all filled up. It's dry camping weekend, Labor Day. We're going out to Oakville, Camp Hope on the Cowlitz River. Let's go check it out. All right, so we've made it out here. Camp Hope, our Hipcamp. It's right off the back this road here. So we just came in the gate, and now we're gonna go try to find a spot here. He said 22 foot. The camp host said 22 foot, you're probably better off to the left. So we're gonna go try to find ourselves our site for the night. But yeah, it's quiet, and right behind us here, right across the street, is the Cowlitz River. We will definitely be going to check that out tomorrow, but we got to go get set up tonight, and let's go check out what these campsites have to offer. We've got our Rockwood mini lights set up. We picked a spot, and when you're here at Camp Hope, you've got two things that you have to think about. One is right on the top of this backside of the hill here. There is an active train. I did read some parts of the reviews that said trains do come by at certain times. I didn't realize that it is literally right on the other side. Like, there are campsites right there, and within 10 or 15 yards or so, maybe even less, there is the train track. Okay, the other behind me on the other side is the main road that travels in, and it's not a fairly busy road, but it is something to think about. We chose to be on this side as opposed to dealing with the train and the tracks over there. We'll go over there and check that out maybe a little bit later or tomorrow, but we're gonna go and show you here real quick a little bit about the site that we picked. Okay, so we got our site here. You can see us, we're all set up here. Got our wood there. We got to bring that in the back there. It's a little narrow on this side, but if you do look on the other side, we are also fairly close with the slide open. We are we are extremely close, but it worked out good. So let's go back out onto this side. Another cool thing they have here is they've got wood at the campsite. I think they're like $1 a piece, I think is the going rate, and I'm assuming they use these white little stripes as markers to see what's what when you've used wood or not. We've brought plenty of wood for us this weekend. So when you get in the back here, this site opens up extremely wide, so you can come back and have a cool little party here. I love this little fire setup they got going on here. So you got the benches on either side, and then you got this cool fire barrel. It's got little designs. We'll show you a little bit later what those look like all lit up. Those are going to look pretty sweet. I think this one's got a jack-o'-lantern, and then on the front here you've got some more stuff there. So you put your wood in, and then also comes with the cooking grate. How cool is that? So They are still building this out here, and when you come here it might be a little bit different. We have neighbors on the other side of us. There's 2 other trailers, and there's 14 spots here. Some that will fit trailers, some that will fit tents. The one right across from us here, you could probably get a smaller trailer in. We decided it was the wrong orientation for us, so it wasn't gonna work. But this site here is pretty good. For 25 bucks a night, you can't really go wrong on last minute notice. You're out in the woods, and tomorrow we'll take you over to the creek on the other side and show you guys, not the creek, it's the Cowlitz River. It's a big river back there. But for what we're gonna do right now, we got this Blackstone heating up. We're gonna make some dinner and get that going. We'll see you guys a little bit later. All right, so we've done our initial little walk around here. Definitely is up and coming. The sites are still being created here, as you can see, with all the backhoes and all of the log removal and everything like that. There's going to be a massive amount of sites being put in here. We're going to go walk around probably again a little bit later and show you some more of that. But right now we're going to go check out the other perk of being here, and that's being right across the street to the Cowlitz River with easy access. So we're going to go down and go check that out. Alright, so we made our way down to the Cowlitz River access here at the Camp Hope. You walk down, they said 50 yards. I was thinking probably more like 200 or 300 yards.
Not bad though, it's flat.
Yeah.
Next to the road.
And so you go down, and then there's a gate on the left-hand side. You open that up. Then you walk down for just a little bit more ways, and then it literally just opens up into all this Cowlitz riverfront access.
Yep, and I think this is probably on their little map that they have, the swimming area. There's some people floating on floaties. There's some people with dogs walking across the river to explore. There's a little swamp area that there were some frogs. I didn't get to see the frogs. I heard them jumping in the water, but yeah, it's a nice little area to just come and relax and sit in the water on a hot day, I would think.
Yeah.
It's pretty down here.
Yeah, you could easily come down here, camp in the woods on the top side, bring some stuff down here, have yourself a little canopy, post it up right in the river, and like I said, the river is no more than knee deep, at least currently right here, and this is Labor Day weekend, but it is like knee deep all the way across.
Yeah, nice and calm. There's some tent sites down here too. They also have some barrels for fires down here, and they have wood just at the little top of the road that you can get and bring down and start a fire. So yeah, nice little area down here. Definitely peaceful, quiet. I would think it'd be a good place to relax on a hot day.
Yeah, for sure. And do you remember, this is Labor Day weekend. This is supposed to be one of the 2 busiest camping weekends of the year. There's like maybe us, another group of people, maybe 2 or 3 other groups of people down here, and
yeah,
it's all to ourselves.
Yep.
So this is another perk that makes this Camp Hope a pretty awesome place. So we're gonna head back here in a little bit. We're gonna go check out a little bit more on the upside of the campground when we get back, but so far not so bad.
Nope. Nice.
Okay, so we've been here at Camp Hope for the last couple days. We have definitely had a great time here. Some of the things that we've done, obviously we went down to the river yesterday and checked that out on the Cowlitz there. That was pretty interesting. And then last night we went to
South Sound Speedway to the car races with some friends for our friend's birthday. So that was nice. It's not too far down the road, so we can still do some of the things that we like to do, as well as camp and have it all included.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That was nice.
So we got 20, I think it was like 20 minutes away, and so we're well nestled out here outside of Oakville, and within 20 minutes we're back in town. You can go check out some of the restaurants in Rochester and Oakville. They've got a couple little places you can go there, or you can go back into Tenino or the Speedway down there, and that was a lot of fun. We did, as being here over the weekend, we did notice in the reviews before coming that people had talked about the train that is just adjacent up the backside of this newly formed campground that they're building here. How did you think about the noise from that?
I didn't think it was too bad. Friday night, I think it came through at 9 o'clock at night. I think we have some shots of that possibly, but it was fairly quiet, a little bit of screeching. It's not too bad. Like Glenn said, it's a slow moving train that comes along the backside. So we made sure when we picked our site that our heads are facing away from the train, because I'm a pretty light sleeper and it bothers me. I did hear it last night, sometime probably after midnight, but it was just pretty faint, just enough to wake me up but not keep me awake. Sometimes when you're sitting outside after the train has passed, you can hear the horn kind of down the way, but it's very muffled. The highway is also just above the train tracks, but there's lots of trees, so that's pretty muffled. You can hear the noise from the street, but it's not loud. We've been at other campgrounds where you can hear both, and they're pretty loud, making it that you have to stop your conversations. But this, I didn't feel like we needed to stop our conversations to be heard.
And mind you, there are some state parks out there that are just as loud, if not louder, with some of that road noise. But just like Kim had said, the train comes through, it's very slow rolling, so it's not like it's blazing through here 300 miles an hour, screeching and all of that. It's just kind of a hum as it's coming through, so that wasn't too terribly bad. But overall, I think for the value of what you're getting out here and the way we talked to the proprietor of the property, and he'd actually just put in a bunch of these sites within the last 2 weeks. I think we were counting, I think at this time there was 14. I was thinking there's probably more than that currently. But it looks like they're constantly evolving what's going on. This has only been open for 6 months, and this is just a guy just doing this just to kind of, give people a place to go and recreate and have, these good experiences and these good memories. And currently at this time of filming, it's only $25 a night on Hipcamp to come camp here. Which I think is a good bargain, because there's a lot of other hip camps out there that are like $40-50 that don't really offer you what this place does with the river access. And they've got firewood at your campsite. They've got these cool, awesome fire pits with these nice
different decorative. They've taken their oil barrels and he's taken them and welded out different scenes, so we'll add some pictures in of them. But ours was Halloween themed. There's another one that's construction themed, 4th of July, VW van, so pretty cool. Each site most of the sites have them. And then he also said he makes the stump seats out of the trees. He cuts them with his chainsaw. He said he's got some ideas to bring out a bathroom out here, put in some solar power for that. So he has some really cool ideas. They also own a lot of land that's farmland just past the campground. So he said you can go out there, take your dogs, your cats, play out there. He's got some cows. He said you can go dig for frogs. We weren't exactly sure where to go, so we didn't go look for the frogs. So we did go down to the river and see that. I think things, because they're up and coming, I would recommend that they do a little bit more signage. Their site maps aren't the greatest, but I think that's because, like the proprietor said, he just comes out here like every couple days or a couple weeks when he's bored and tired of work. He comes out and does some construction. So I think once they get things moving along more, then it'll be a little bit more organized. easier to find, but definitely a cool place to go if you want to be, in the trees. You can see behind us there's a ton of trees. You know,
It's really
bad.
yeah, it's a really good spot, definitely for the money. And especially being able to book this. Now, mind you, this is Labor Day weekend. We booked this at the end of last week, and there were still almost all the sites left.
Yeah.
And, if here, Pacific Northwest Camping, you're booking holiday weekends 9 months in advance. So to be able to get into something last minute, these hip camps, it's where it's at. Everybody's all about the state parks and that. And, we love state parks. But I also like, feeding a little bit of my business, and also, coming and checking out these people's personal properties, because they do have a lot to offer, especially like here. You got the river access, you're right next to a bunch of fields and stuff like that. So there's different things that you can do that you don't necessarily have to be in a state park. Like, you'd look behind us right now and you'd think we were, camping in the middle of the woods, where actually we're like 3 minutes right outside of town.
Right.
So, to each their own. And mind you, it is dry camping. You got to bring everything out here. They do have porta potties on site. So that helps out a little bit. But we will definitely be coming back. We got a couple of angles we may throw the next time we come back out here. We're going to see if that's something we can do. We're going to check in on that. So stay tuned to that. But make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, so when we don't make reservations on Labor Day weekend and we just wing it and come to great spots, you won't miss it. But until then,
We'll see you in the next adventure.